Welcome to another deep dive today. Today, we are diving into the story of the Taj Mahal,
Yes,
which is, I think, just an iconic image that people have in their minds.
absolutely.
And I think there's a lot more to the story than a lot of people probably know.
I think so. It's one of those things where everybody kind of knows it. They've seen the pictures,
Yeah.
but do they really know the story behind it? And
Right.
that's what we're going to dive into today.
Yeah, and I'm excited about the source material we have for this.
Yeah.
It's just this really cool discussion about the Taj Mahal, like just a back and forth between some people who are really clearly fascinated by it.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun to try to extract the key elements of the story
Yeah.
and try to understand what makes this iconic monument so interesting.
Yeah, so let's start at the very beginning. The story of the Taj Mahal really starts with a love story.
Right.
So we've got Shah Jahan, who at the time was still Prince Khurram, and then Arjuman Banu Begum, who is later known as Mumtaz Mahal, and it's presented as this like really captivating first encounter, like straight out of like a romantic epic.
Yeah, and I think what's really interesting here is the intensity attributed to this initial meeting.
Right.
Like they really want to drive home the fact that there was this profound connection from the very start.
Yeah.
And, that really kind of colors how you understand their relationship. It's not just a strategic alliance.
Hmm.
It really was, um, at least as far as the sources indicate,
Wow.
a deeply personal kind of affection
Yeah.
that formed the bedrock of this bond.
Yeah, and it wasn't just a fleeting moment. They got married in 1612, according to our sources.
Right.
And it's clear that Mumtaz Mahal was incredibly significant in Shah Jahan's life,
Yeah,
like far more than just the typical royal consort.
I think so.
And our sources make that pretty clear.
Yeah, I think what's interesting is it's not just admiration for her beauty,
Right.
which is certainly part of the narrative, but it's also her intelligence,
Yep. Yeah.
her kindness,
Yeah.
and it really gives you a sense of, a partner who contributed to Shah Jahan's life
Yeah.
in profound ways, not just as a, pretty face.
Yeah, well, she's described as constantly at his side, like accompanying him even during military campaigns.
Right.
So she's not just this pampered princess. She's out there with him during war.
Kind of the feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty remarkable. And it's also noted that she played a significant role in matters of state. So she's also politically savvy.
Right. Right. I think if you connect this to like the broader context of Mughal history,
Yeah.
it is interesting to think about, the influence that was wielded by some of the royal women,
Yeah.
you know. And Mumtaz Mahal appears to have been one of those figures who really did have a genuine impact.
Yeah.
And, her close relationship with Shah Jahan clearly extended into, the realm of governance.
Yeah, absolutely. So they had this amazing relationship. And then comes this truly pivotal point in the whole story, which is the heartbreaking loss of Mumtaz Mahal.
Right.
She dies in 1631 while giving birth to their 14th child.
Wow.
Yeah. So, I mean, you can just imagine the impact that must have had on Shah Jahan.
Yeah, it raises the question of like the nature of grief, right?
Yeah.
And the power of grief to shape our world, because certainly the accounts
Yeah.
really underscore how profoundly her passing affected him.
Yeah.
It's not just losing a, beloved partner, but it's someone so deeply intertwined with every aspect of your life,
Yeah.
every aspect of his life.
And this is really where the vision for the Taj Mahal emerges. Like it's from this deep sorrow.
Yeah.
Our sources are very clear that he vows to create a monument that would eternally symbolize their love.
Yeah. I think it's remarkable to think about like that such an awe-inspiring structure
Yeah.
had its genesis in such profound personal grief.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's a beautiful idea, but then to actually put it into practice.
Well, and also the fact that, I mean, this is a personal tragedy on such a scale
Yeah.
that it leads to this global icon, right?
Yeah.
It speaks to the power of individual emotions to resonate
Yeah.
across cultures and across time. Like
Yeah.
the Taj Mahal becomes a tangible manifestation of love that, death could not extinguish.
Right, right. Well, let's talk about the actual creation of the Taj Mahal. Our sources give a construction timeline of 22 years,
Right.
from 1632 to 1653.
That's a long time.
I mean, that is an enormous undertaking.
It is. And the sheer scale of the project is breathtaking.
Yeah.
The figure of approximately 8,000 artisans
Yeah.
really gives you a sense of the immense human effort that was poured into this.
Yeah.
It wasn't just the emperor's vision, it was the culmination of the skill
Yeah.
and dedication of, thousands and thousands of individuals.
Yeah, and our sources also mentioned that it wasn't just local materials. I mean, they used white marble from Rajasthan, but they also
Yeah.
sourced materials from as far away as Turkey, China, and Afghanistan.
Right.
Like that is serious dedication
Um,
to make this happen.
I think this global sourcing, it
Yeah.
wasn't just about aesthetics. I think it also kind of reflects the vast reach
Yeah.
and the economic power of the Mughal Empire
Yeah.
and how they were able to kind of leverage these connections
Yeah.
to realize this artistic vision, and also just this deliberate intention to create something unparalleled,
Right.
something really drawing on the best that the world had to offer.
Yeah. Yeah. So the story takes a bit of a turn, though, later in Shah Jahan's life. Our sources point to this kind of significant twist of fate
Oh yeah,
that befalls him.
the story takes a somber turn
Yeah.
with Shah Jahan's imprisonment by his own son,
Yeah.
Aurangzeb,
Yeah.
younger Fort, and it's quite a reversal for the emperor
Yeah.
who commissioned this magnificent tribute to love and remembrance.
Yeah, and the detail that I just found so, heartbreaking is that from his captivity, he could only gaze at the Taj Mahal from a distance.
Oh wow.
Like, imagine that. The ultimate symbol of your love is just there, but you can't reach it.
I mean, that's got to be like just psychological torture.
Yeah.
It's there, this constant reminder,
Yeah.
and just out of reach.
Yeah. But even so, his devotion to Mumtaz Mahal is, it's unwavering throughout this whole time. And he has this last wish that he wants to be laid to rest beside her.
Right.
You know?
At least he had that.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. And that wish was fulfilled. His tomb is inside the Taj Mahal,
Yeah. So they are.
which is, I think, just really beautiful.
They're reunited.
Yeah.
In this monument that he conceived for her.
Yeah. So when we look back at the Taj Mahal,
Yeah.
it's clear that it's so much more than just an amazing building. It really is this profound symbol of love and sacrifice.
I think so. I think it's the threads of passionate love, tragic loss, the extraordinary dedication to its construction,
Yeah.
and the emperor's poignant final years. They all kind of come together
Yeah.
to make the Taj Mahal this really enduring,
Yeah.
powerful symbol.
Yeah. So as we wrap up this deep dive, I just want to leave you with something to think about. Like, how did this really intensely personal expression of love and loss become this global landmark?
Right.
What does that say about human emotion and artistic expression and how that transcends, generations and centuries?
Right.
And of all the elements of this story, what do you think is the most impactful, the most meaningful?
Yeah. It's something to think about.